I'm Kimberly Watkins, and I teach 7th grade Cyber Foundations 1 and 8th grade Cyber Foundations 2. The best way to contact me is through my school email address, and that is kswatkins@scott.k12.ms.us. My classroom rules and expectations for Cyber Foundations 1 and 2 are to be on time, to be prepared, complete and turn in all assignments on time, be respectful to the teacher and to the other students in the class, and have your pants pulled up upon entering the classroom. Consequences for breaking a rule is first a verbal warning, then secondly would be a writing assignment about their behavior, and thirdly an office referral. Although some offenses would require us to skip some of those consequences and go directly to an office referral. The required materials for my class are 3 3-pronged folders, no paper needed, a 1-inch binder, no paper needed, and that 1-inch binder will be left in the classroom, so it would not need to be shared with other classes. Stick-on tabs, earbuds, and jump drives. We look forward to having a great year this year, and I look forward to teaching your child this year.
Hi, I'm Coach Hendershot. I teach 8th grade Mississippi Studies. The expectations for Mississippi Studies: be on time, be prepared, be respectful, turn in all assignments, and know that the rules will be enforced. The rules for Mississippi Studies kind of go along with the expectations: be on time, be respectful, raise your hand before speaking or getting up, and actively participate in class discussions and assignments. The consequences for breaking any of those rules: the first time it's a verbal warning, then writing on behavior, then a phone call to the parent, and if it keeps on, finally an office referral. Materials needed for Mississippi Studies: binder, paper, pen or pencils, and then also color pencils. We do a lot of color maps, labeling maps, and students need color pencils to complete those. The grading policy for Mississippi Studies participation is a huge part of Mississippi Studies. There's a notebook check at the end of every chapter. In that notebook check, you'll have bell ringers, maps, notes, anything we might have done in class needs to stay in that binder for notebook check, and those notebook check grades will go into the computer as daily grades. Makeup work will be completed in a timely manner, and the last thing, students will earn their grades and will be given to them.
Hi guys, my name is Brooke Stewart and I'm the 7th and 8th grade English Language Arts teacher here at Scott Central. So for my classroom, the students need a 2-inch binder. This needs to be strictly for my classroom so that they're not fumbling through the book bag or through another binder to find my work. They need pencils, paper, headphones, and highlighters. I ask that they have headphones because we are doing iReady this year, so they'll need to listen to the music, to play the games, and that sort of thing, so they'll need some headphones. Rules and expectations. Students should always arrive to class on time. Okay, because if they don't arrive to class on time, then they can't get credit for their bell work if they're tardy. Their bell work should be started as soon as they get in the room. They have about 5 to 6 minutes every day to complete bell work. No vulgar language or bullying is ever tolerated in my classroom, and if the student gets caught cheating, they will receive a 0. The second incident, I'm going to give them a referral, but the first incident, I will call home and let you know what happened. If your child breaks one of our class rules, we have 3 steps we follow. First step is a verbal warning. Second step is a parent contact, and then our third step is a referral. Now, if we start off the day and I have to warn them, give them their verbal warning 2 or 3 times, then I'm going to skip straight to that referral, because then it's disrupting the whole classroom and it's disrupting the learning environment, so we can't move on with our lesson. Turning in assignments and grading. It is the student's job to turn in their assignments on time and fully completed. I've had a very big problem this year with students turning in assignments halfway completed, and I don't grade them, okay? And if they are halfway completed, I'll tell them to turn them in the next day for 1 letter grade off each day that it's late. Okay, so if they do forget their homework at home, they can still turn it in the next day for a 90. And each day after that, it's gonna be 10 points off. Okay, so I still give them that second chance. If they're absent, it's their responsibility to come and get their missed work. I can't hunt every student down and figure out exactly what they missed. And they don't need to wait till exam week either and realize they have 6 or 7 assignments missing, because then we don't have time to make all those up and get them graded for report cards. I do offer extra credit because I know everybody forgets every now and then to complete a homework assignment or to study, they fail a quiz. So what the student does is they fill out a form. They turn that form into me, then I give them a writing prompt. What they do with that writing prompt is complete it within 1 to 2 days, turn it back in, and then I will change a grade in the computer. So if that student exhibits that effort, then I will do my best to help them succeed, okay? Because I know not everyone is going to get every single lesson that I do. So I'm going to work with them the best that I can to help them get a good grade in my classroom. iReady is so important here at Scott Central. So the students begin the year taking a diagnostic. We emphasize so much to take this seriously because it puts them on a reading level. It also highlights their strengths and their weaknesses. So when they start their lessons, it starts them at their weakest point so that they work up and that becomes a strength for them by the end of the year. Because they're gonna be working on that every single day in homeroom and some in my class. So we're just trying to get them to become better at reading, vocabulary, math, whatever. Okay, it targets everything. So that is awesome. We love this program. AR is also crucial, but it needs to be on the student's reading level or above, because if they're reading a book that doesn't challenge them, it doesn't increase their reading level or their vocabulary. So the point of reading is to challenge yourself, because if you read a story that is 5 grade levels below your grade level, it's not going to do you any good because it's going to be really easy for you to read. So we want to challenge ourselves the most that we can. Let's see, state assessments. We do take a state assessment in 7th and 8th grade. So what I'm going to do this year is my test in the classroom and my quizzes are going to be structured the same way the state test is, so that when they do come face to face with that state test, they're not just bombarded and just surprised at the type of questions that they're given, because they are a little different and a little difficult. So my tests are going to be the same structure so that they are challenged from the get-go and aren't just surprised when they see that state test. So that'll kind of make it a little easier for them. Let's see. Our goal in my class is to be the best that we can be, and it all starts with the student. When they come in the classroom, they need to be their best self, ready to go, ready to move, prepared, have their homework, have their pencils. It takes up a lot of our time when we have to look for pencils and paper or don't have a pencil. So especially with the virus, we don't need to be sharing things. I usually give out pencils and paper, but I'm not this year, just so we're not exchanging things back and forth. So I just ask that you do your best to try to get them what they need for school, or at least help them try to remember to bring it, because I know a lot of them just forget it at home. But we know it's hard. Alrighty, thank y'all. I hope y'all have a great day.
Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well, hope everybody's staying safe. First of all, I'm Coach Powell. I will be teaching 8th grade science here at Scott Central. We're going to go over a few things as far as what we're going to be doing in my class and what we have already started doing in my class, okay? First of all, let's go over what my expectations are for the year. Students are expected to be on time every day and ready to work, all right? That basically means just come to school, okay? There's no better way and no easier way to pass any class than just show up to school, okay? Our targeting policy and dress code will be enforced. Students are expected to be polite and respectful at all times. That means they will be respectful to me and I will be respectful to them, and we'll all be respectful to each other, okay? And we're gonna do great on that state test at the end of the year, okay? Everything that we do throughout the year is gonna be geared toward that state test so that we can be as successful as we possibly can, okay? So speaking of that state test, the syllabus, all right? You have a copy of it, your student has a copy of it. There's a form in the back that they have signed, that you have signed, and has been turned into me, saying that you have read it, that they have read it, and that they have understood it, okay? So, back to that state test, in the syllabus, you can see on our tentative course outline what we will be doing over the course of the year, okay, that the state has laid out that we have to get done. Okay, I'm not gonna go into each detail about every topic that is gonna be taught because we've already done that in class, okay? So if you have any questions about that, have your student hand you their syllabus that they have, okay? They have a copy of this. All right, my grading policy, how I will be grading, all right? Participation is huge, all right? I want your kids to talk, okay? So encourage them at home to open up in class, okay? There's no wrong answers. There's no wrong questions, okay? There's no stupid questions. There's no stupid answers, okay? I want to be able to engage with them. I want them to be able to engage with me, all right? There's no better way to learn than to actually talk things out. With that said, participation will be graded, okay? And I will determine whether or not participation is satisfactory or not, okay? That means that if your child is falling asleep in class, if they're being disruptive in class, if they're being a distraction in class, it can hurt their grade, okay? So we need to be serious, okay? We're a year from going into high school, all right? We need to be serious, we need to act like young adults, okay? Makeup work is to be completed in a timely manner. If they miss school, that's the first thing they need to do is get with me and say, Coach Powell, what did I miss? When can I get it back to you, okay? And students earn their grades, all right? They're not given to them. I don't give grades out. Students earn each grade that they have. The materials that we'll have for my class are pen or pencil, okay? Nothing in red. I'm gonna grade in red, all right? That's pretty easy. Have a notebook or a binder, okay? There was a little confusion about this at the beginning of the year. Don't need to have a notebook and a binder. We need to have either or, okay? We need to have a folder, all right? Just something that we can have that we can keep our papers in, and we can keep track of what I give to them and what they have completed. My classroom rules, okay? They're really easy, all right? These are some of the big ones that are just very, very simple, all right? Just be on time. Raise your hand before speaking, be respectful, participate in class discussion, and if it isn't yours, don't touch it, okay? We shouldn't have to go over that. Like I said, these guys are in 8th grade, all right? They're a year from high school, all right? We shouldn't have to be going over to keep your hands to yourself, and if it's not yours, don't touch it. But like I said, these are just kind of the simple rules that are real big. The biggest one, again, is participation, okay? Participate, 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 and don't be a distraction. Other than that, I think we're gonna have a great year. All right, I look forward to working with you kids. Be safe out there, okay?
Hello, my name is Brent Foreman, and I am the 8th grade math teacher at Scott Central. Today what we're going to do is go over a few things about me. My email address, if you ever need me, is boforeman@scott.k12.ms.us. I am the 8th grade math teacher. I am assistant football coach and head girls powerlifting coach. Give me a second to get to my slides, and we will discuss Alright, here are my rules for my room. You respect yourself, your teacher, and your classmates. You raise your hand for permission to speak or leave your seat. Listen with your whole body. Be positive and do your best. This is the things that we will do each and every day. We will have a bell ringer or a quiz. It'll take about 5 minutes. Then we'll go over that quiz. And then we will have, after that, we'll do our lecture, which takes at a maximum of 20 minutes. And then we'll go over our Khan Academy, which is our whole group program that we use to get them ready for the state test. And then at the end, we do a closure where I'll just go back and review everything that we have done for that day and answer any questions they might have. Here are my consequences if a rule is broken through our rules or our procedures. The first thing is a warning. I let them know, hey, that is not acceptable. Here's your warning. If you get in trouble again, you get a writing assignment, which is math problems. Oh, I'm sorry, not math problems, math words, math vocabulary words. And then I also do a parental contact through text messaging. And I let them know that their child had gotten in trouble and what writing assignment they had, and ask them for their help to make sure that they get done. If none of that works, then an office referral is done. My expectations this year is I believe in our students. I believe that we can be best in the state, and that's what we're going to strive to be. They are important. If they're not at school, I am going to check on them. You will succeed, but I need them at school every day, especially with this AB, where if you miss a day, then I don't see you for 4 days. And we will be the best in the state, not just the district, not just the school. We are going to be the best in the state. These are the things that I would like for you to have in our class. A calculator, but it must be a TI-30X2S. Okay, that's the ones that they're going to use for the state test, and that's the ones I would like for them to have. A 1-subject notebook for when we're taking notes. A 1/2-inch binder for when I give handouts. Mechanical pencil, color pencils, highlighters, and 8 dry erase markers with an eraser.